Hi guys, this is Sheree from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you your twin flame channeled message and reading tonight. We're going to be having a look at the Good Tarot tonight from Colette Baron Reid, and this is to do with the Divine Feminine energies that we'll be looking into, and also the Archangel Power Tarot by Radley Valentine for the Divine Masculine energies. But first up, what I want to show you guys is well, I won't show you because it's messy, but the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine channeled message that I've sort of been doing tonight, okay? It's about 4 or 5 pages long. Not a whole heap of info, but still interesting what I've tuned into regarding each of their energies, what's happening, okay? So first up, what I tuned into was that the Divine Masculines and the Divine Feminines, both the ones I'm tuning into have like a gold, I saw a gold purple or a gold and purple aura. I don't know whether you call it a ray or what it is, but it's a gold purple aura, which is just beautiful. And to me is very regal, you know, it's very, well, it's protection too. It shows protection. But this is interesting to me as well, because I'm also seeing that throughout the channeling that there's been a lot of challenges for the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines and being able to connect. So let's start off with the Divine Masculines. So I see that the Divine Masculines, you know, they were, because I'm tuning into the same ones as I did last time, they've emerged out of that black place, that cave, that tunnel, whatever it was. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. They emerged. They were on that pathway, ready to embark on a path or a journey as far as I remember. And what I see is that a lot of Divine Masculines have moved upwards, like ascended, I suppose you could say, to a new level of awareness. So the depression that they were in the past has given them a lot of insight into karmic relationships and their meanings. Now, it's not just romantic karmic relationships. We can have family members, co-workers, you name it. There can be all sorts of different relationships and dynamics. So karmic relationships, they're learning the meaning of them. They've learned how to go within, and they seek source, okay, whether it be it's that light, it could be the supreme consciousness, you know, it could be the supreme God, whatever you want to call it. It's the divine source. They're seeking the divine source within themselves. They've learned to do that. And it's a way of surrender and resurrection, okay? So, in other words, they're seeking that within themselves. They've surrendered to it. And it's almost like they have resurrected themselves through this cleansing and going back to source. So the dark place is still a cave that can be entered into, where there are times calling them for internal reflection, okay? So they can still go back into that cave, that darkness, when they need to, okay? We all have that when we need to go within. Sometimes we go into a place of darkness for internal reflection. The ones I'm tuning into who have resided in that black cavern and were struggling will not go back into that depth of depression and darkness again. That is for some of those Divine Masculines, not all of the ones, okay? Because as I've tuned in further into this channeling, they're showing me that a lot have already tapped into source within themselves. They've gained the wisdom. They've had that aha moment. They're on their way. They're on the path, moving into that light, moving forward with this glow to them now. They're glowing, they're shining, they're embracing that light, and they have an epiphany. They have that enlightenment. But some of the masculines are still very withdrawn. They are very intent and content, right? They're content on building themselves and their confidence again as they've emerged out into the world, and that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Some of them are still very much just taking their time, and on the path, and that's awesome. But for some, the path to enlightenment, right, began the moment they opened their eyes to the lessons, which is also brilliant because it means that they were at a place where they had no choice but to look at those lessons as they had unfolded for them so abruptly. They had to confront it. But it's the ones that have embraced it and accepted it, those cold hard truths, which meant they had to confront all those inner demons, right? And they've moved through them to the other side. They're the ones that are actually excelling through this, okay? So kudos to them. You know, this is something that I feel a lot of divine masculines who are on this pathway have got the lessons. They've looked within and they haven't taken it so personally. They realize there's a higher purpose for things. Yes, they have also acknowledged their own actions and decisions, but they realize there's a higher purpose for things involved, things that happen for a reason, for a higher learning, for a higher purpose. So they've attained that wisdom, guys. And what this means, though, they're moving out to the other side, which was the light that was at the end of the tunnel. These masculines have unburdened the pain their souls carried, and their hearts are also now on the mend, which is just awesome. The biggest lesson for the divine masculines at this stage is to remain faithful to their course, to the path, to keep moving forward with trust in their hearts. Now, some are going to stay on the path, but there are temptations. There are strong temptations coming in, which I call the dark side. It's so true. There are dark forces coming in between the twins right now. And the divine masculine, or whoever is most vulnerable on the path, is going to be attacked stronger. The temptations are going back to addictions such as drugs, sex, alcohol, gambling, and even karmic partners are going to come back in as a test. Because especially karmic partners that have been romantically involved, like an ex, for instance, they will come in to test the divine masculine. They will come in as a temptation, and some divine masculines will succeed this time round and keep excelling through those temptations. They won't even go back to that. They're strong now, while others will relapse. Okay, there's some that will relapse out of fear of what's ahead, the unknown of where they're heading, self-esteem issues still to clear and heal, and some of them will crave the familiar, which means, by the way, that it is less work for them. Because with a twin flame connection, there is a lot of work to do, and some divine masculines just aren't going to be up for it. They just won't have they just won't have it in them to do it right now. So they'll go back to what's easy, you know, what's easy. And yeah, so karmic partners will be sent in for a test for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but particularly the divine masculines who are very much in that vulnerable position and attached to the earthly pleasures of sex, drugs, and alcohol. Sometimes these three things will be thrown into the mix for those divine masculines who really want to punish themselves, right? It's called self-sabotage. And it is during this that the divine feminines are going to abruptly stand back, cut the divine masculines out of their path to prevent the fall of the divine mission they have been working on for some time now. Now, I don't literally mean that the divine mission's just going to fall apart and break apart all of what they've worked towards. But if the divine feminine crumbles into a heap, the dark side is won. Because this is what's going on. It's so strong what I'm seeing here, is that the twins carry the light. They are the flame. They carry the flame for the divine mission, each, okay? And what I see with that is that when they're not together, they are vulnerable. When there's separation, they're even more vulnerable. And that's when those other forces are going to come in. Addictions, karmic partners, you name it, all sorts of stuff that's going to come in and try and ruin and break apart what they've already accomplished together in the 3D. Now, I'm talking about the 3D stuff. The 5D stuff's already safe, but there are still spiritual dark forces, okay, that can try and come in and bring in that hatred, bring in that evil energy. And I'm not trying to scare anybody or, be a fear-mongering kind of bloody person here, but I'm seeing this so strong. Some divine feminines are going to abandon the mission in the 3D and they're going to hide away, while others will continue their work without the divine masculine's assistance, because while he's going off and he's in the thing of temptations or whatever he's doing in that darker place, the divine feminines have a choice, right? They're either going to crumble with him and hide away and abandon the mission, their own mission here. Even if it's temporarily, it's still going to have an effect. And other divine feminines who have perhaps already done a lot of their self-work are going to just continue on their path, right? Doing their work, but without his assistance, because they realize, well, shit, he's just gone and relapsed into this stuff again. What the fuck, what the fuck's going on? You're not going to stop me, mate, though. You're not going to stop me from doing what I need to do. A lot of them are going to be like that. Some are going to be like, well, what the hell? I can't be bothered with this shit anymore. I'm not going to be here for him. A lot of people, a lot of divine feminines will have that rebellious streak coming out. That attitude is going to really come out strong. And sometimes it needs to for their own self-protection and for the protection of the mission. Now, in the 5D, there is less working together this time. I'm not seeing them coming together so much. I'm seeing more of they're working on their individual missions in the spirit world at this time. So, yes, they still do connect in the 5D, but I'm not seeing it as strongly regarding the mission. I'm seeing that there's more individual missions at this stage because they still have to individually evolve and grow and all those things within themselves. So what I see is, even though they're individual missions, it's still the mission together, if that makes sense. So even though they're individually doing stuff, they're still doing stuff together. So for the highest purpose is what I mean. So what we have here is that they're spreading love, light, and healing throughout many dimensions. The divine masculines who are reverting back to the path of destruction or self-destruction are going to feel extreme pain. Okay, this is something that they know they're going to feel it, but they're punishing themselves for whatever reason. And they need to experience this to clear themselves of karmic debt they've accumulated in past lives. So it's not like they're creating new karma. I feel like, now this is so confusing to me. I'm trying to get my brain around this. But what they're saying to me is that this is them still trying to clear past karmic stuff, okay? Like I said, I think in another channeling was that something about the karmics come in and we still have to balance out the karmic debts, all right? They're teaching us a lot of stuff. So what this means is that the divine masculines still have a lot to learn and understand regarding the consequences of their past and current actions. It is not only other people they are hurting, they are actually hurting themselves as well. So the divine masculines are going to take a good hard look at themselves and why they choose to make certain decisions in relationships that they know they will regret later. That is one of their main lessons here. The divine feminines are working steadily on their creative craft and spiritual journey. A lot are fulfilling their own missions in the form of healing and service, and manage to multitask even when they're doubtful of the path and its full meaning. I mean, they're going to question things like, what the hell is this all for? Why am I doing all this, So the divine feminines are thinking less of the divine masculines and more of the divine work at hand. Some of them are going to be like, well, I just give up on this. I'm going to give up on this divine masculine, this twin flame bloody stuff, and just focus on what I need to do in life to make me happy and all that kind of thing. Some are going to be feeling that, okay, well, They won't care as much. They're more like, okay, he's relapsed, whatever, I'm just going to continue doing this, and if we're meant to be together, we will be. And they're not too highly strung up about all this bloody union stuff, you know. Like, some people are just so caught up and hung up on the whole union thing. It drives me mad. It's not about that, you know. It's not about that. Some guys have to realize, you know, you all have to realize, for those of you who are just caught up in the whole union, you just have to realize that there's so much more to the twin flame connection than just the union. All right, so some divine feminines have chosen to step away from obsessive thinking around their divine masculines, and some have retreated fully away from their DMs for self-protection. Because while they're getting strong on their path, they don't need that shit. They don't need another breakdown with it. So the divine feminines are catering for the divine masculines in terms of sending out love and healing from a distance, but have put their foot down now when it comes to repetitive behaviours that were harmful to the connection. So I saw butterflies representing that the divine feminine's journey over the last year in particular, and how they've emerged in social circles now. They're emerging like a social butterfly now. So they've had a lot of their own darkness and pain to go through and healing, and they've come out now. And that's why I feel a lot of them are putting their foot down thinking, I don't want to go on this damn roller coaster ride with the divine masculine again. I'm going to just break free from that. So children are important to many of the divine feminines now, whether it be their own or others, because in the spirit realm, I'm seeing that there is the divine feminine's missions. A lot of them are doing spirit rescue where children could be in the 4D are trapped, okay, and they need help in moving to the light. Somehow, I don't even know all the answers to how they're trapped. I don't believe all children go to the heavenly light as we know it, because I have also done spirit rescues with children, and I've had many dreams, which I know are not dreams, where I have actually gone in and helped rescue children into the light. So I'm not really sure how they get stuck, but some of them do. So the divine masculines are actually helping those in the 4D who have suicided and are trapped. So many divine masculines, and this was interesting, have wanted to kill themselves. They've wanted to suicide. But they realize, even subconsciously, because they may not remember consciously where they've gone into, you know, their dream state, they don't remember, but subconsciously they don't want to die, right? They don't want to kill themselves because they know they'll end up stuck, just like those they're helping. So this is what both of the divine masculines and divine feminines, the twin flames, need to do, is to call in the violet flame to protect the connection while being separated, especially because, as I said, many outside forces come in at this time that are darker. And when the energy is less strong or intense between the twins, when they're in separation, these dark forces are going to come in so strong. They will influence things like addictions and the karmic partners to come back in, to break apart the connection even further, to bring in the darkness, to stop a reunion, like a reconnection between the twins. They don't want to have that happen. Now, frankincense and orange essential oils, I was told essential oils, frankincense and orange, can help to protect with God's love as well, the connection, okay? So whether you're putting that in an oil burner, or you are putting it onto your own body, or you're putting it on the photo of you and your twin, whatever it might be, just putting, burning those for protection. Okay, guys, we're doing the twin flame reading right now with the Archangel Power Tarot. Let's have a look at what's going on with the divine masculine's current energy right now for the twin flames. Divine masculine current energy. Where's the divine masculine's current energy right now, please? Knight of Raphael, I should say, and that was reversed. Okay, let's have a look. The Knight of Raphael, romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Now, usually this is a knight in shining armor come rushing in, right? He's emotionally sensitive. He's coming in sometimes with a proposal or an offer of love. He is offering his cup of love. But being reversed, we do see that this divine masculine is perhaps feeling stuck in being able to come forward with expressing or offering his cup of love. Now, let's have a look at the current energy here using the divine love messages here. This is for the twin flames. Divine masculine, please. What's his current energy, please? Well, it went flying on the ground, guys. Let me just grab it. Oh, wow, look at this. Please forgive. This divine masculine is not feeling that he can open up to the divine feminine because she may be harboring resentments towards him and may not be forgiving him right now. Or it may be also that he is trying to forgive himself for things that he is doing or has done in the past. So let's have a look at another current energy that we want to see for the divine masculine, please. Now I've done it that way, yeah. Well, there's the sun reversed. The sun can be a Leo. This knight can be a Pisces, Scorpio or Cancer energy. It doesn't really matter if it's not. It's just something significant coming through, or could be a Leo. Now, the sun is saying life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. This divine masculine's not feeling positive right now. He's not feeling confident. He's not shining his light so brightly. This is perhaps one of the divine masculines who is not excelling through that process. Okay, he's probably going through the relapse stage. Okay, so we'll just keep going on and see what we see with this, because why is he not feeling that he's got the energy or the confidence to come forward anyway? Like, why is his current energy depleted? What's going on? When you hear our song, know that I am with you in spirit and I love you. He wants to let you know, divine feminines, that even though he's at this place of feeling lack of self-confidence, right? Self-esteem issues. He's not shining. His light feels dimmed. He's not feeling confident in coming forward. He feels he's done something wrong. He's saying, the only way I can really express how I feel and to let you know that I love you is that when you hear our song, know that I am with you. Know that it's a sign that I do love you. I can't come forward and say it. I can't show it. I can't offer it. But know that when this is occurring, that I am with you. It's really sad, feeling the sadness of this divine masculine's energy right now. All right, one more. Yeah, the 9 of Raphael. He's really trying to work on his dreams and wishes. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. Now, this is a 9, which usually represents a masculine who is on his own. He could be single. He may be just on a solo path trying to manifest his dreams and wishes to come in right now. What's going on with that for him? Be the best you can be. This is what he's trying to be, is the best he can be. He's trying to manifest all of his dreams and wishes, etc. He's trying to make them come true. And it says, mistakes are the soul's lessons. This divine masculine is very much trying to make it right. He doesn't know how to at this stage. He's just trying to make it right. He's trying to be the best he can be. And he keeps making the mistakes, right? So he is trying to learn from those mistakes. He's trying to move forward on his horse, you know. And this, same with this one, is on a horse coming through, okay? But he just needs time, I feel. Also, perhaps feels the anger or frustration or disappointment coming from the divine feminine. Or actually the word disapproval comes in quite strong here. Let's have a look at his current challenges. What is the divine masculine's current challenges, please? Yeah, once again, look at this, the star. The star is all about making a wish coming true, a dream come true, believing in themselves, the end of a difficult situation. The star is also the healing energy, okay? It's the healing energy. So when I see this is the Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius they're dealing with at the moment, or that they might be an Aquarius. But what I see definitely being reversed is that he or she, I just say he for the divine masculine, is not feeling that they're able to heal some aspect of what's happened here. What do they want to say about this? Not at this time. So for whatever reason, they either can't allow healing in, or they're just not sure of how to. Okay, they might not feel they deserve it right now to be healed, even though I can see them trying to work on themselves, even on an emotional level. They're trying to make the mistakes right. They may not necessarily know how to at this time. There might be a closed door to them at this time for this healing to come into place. It could be that the divine feminine is putting up that closed door right now. But also the dream's coming true. They're just not feeling it right now coming in. So what is their other challenge? What is another challenge for the divine masculines, please? What is another challenge? Finding a solution. This is the Temperance card. This is the flow of harmony and balance and patience with this, right? So success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Once again, he does not feel forgiven. This divine masculine's really beating himself up, I feel, from past mistakes done there. Wants the divine feminine to know that he loves her, but he doesn't know how to make it right now. He's trying to work on himself, trying to get strong in himself to find the solutions to be able to come forward, to know what to say, to know what to offer. You are the one I dream of. So this divine masculine has been dreaming of the divine feminine, like literally meeting up in dreams. And I find that that's a challenge for him, because sometimes they have to disconnect to find the answers. And if he's constantly dreaming of the divine feminine, it can be really tough to look at something objectively as well. And they're in two minds. Some of these divine masculines are feeling sorry, they're feeling bad, they want to come forward, but they don't know how to. They don't know how to heal something. Some of them are also feeling angry at the divine feminine, because the divine feminines have held that mirror up to them. So, but this is saying, you are the one I dream of, even though they know they need work to do. And they've got to find a solution. It's very tough for them to, it's tough for them to see that the divine feminine is the solution, because they feel bad. They don't want to face the divine feminine. That's interesting. So let's have a look at another challenge. Oh yeah, strength, see? Another Leo sign here. The Sun and the Strength card represent Leo. So some of you are going to really resonate with this if you're dealing with a Leo, or you might be a Leo. But they are struggling to find the strength to face this particular connection right now, or the mistakes that were made. So strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and once again that word, forgiveness. This is amazing. 3 times the word forgiveness has come up now. And, I really feel that they're trying really hard to forgive themselves. They're trying, even the divine feminine, some of them are going to feel like they need to forgive the divine feminine and that it's hard. Well, look at this. It's saying it's not your fault. That's a challenge for the divine masculines to realize, well, hang on a minute, this was my mistake. And I've been blaming the divine feminine for this, but it's actually my fault. It's my shit that I've got to deal with, and it was my mistake to make right. And they're trying to be strong in that, trying to be strong in facing where they fucked up, basically. And it can be very hard for some men or males or whatever, masculines. I keep saying men, but I'm thinking of the divine masculine as in the male energy, the masculine energy, is that it can be really tough for some divine masculines to face where they went wrong and to stand up and say, you know what, I messed up. I'm going to make it right. Now, what does he want to say to the divine feminine? What does he actually want to come forward and say? Okay, I've got to make room here. What does the divine masculine actually want to come forward with and say to his divine feminine? There it is. I just got to get it. I can see it. I've got to grab it. Queen of Raphael. Now this could be, once again, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. So this is a maternal person, somebody who might even be a mother. She might have children. It's just a very maternal, nurturing person. So the divine feminine, this is the divine feminine he's thinking of. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Let's see what he wants to say with this, because this is the energy that he's thinking of regarding the divine feminine. This is how he sees her on her throne, caring, kind, compassionate, somebody who is very in tune. Okay, so let's have a look. What does he want to say? Well, 2 came out there. Yes, your feelings are correct, because the divine feminine is very in tune with her divine masculine. You will always be in my heart. This is what he's saying, and the divine feminine feels this, okay? She knows that the divine masculine has her in his heart, and that's what he wants her to know. Now, let's have a look. Also, this is very much about the feeling. We're looking at the Queen of Raphael, which is the healing energy, but it's also to do with cups, which is the heart and the emotions. So she's feeling him in her heart. She's feeling herself in his heart. She knows that he's thinking of her or feeling her. They're feeling each other's energy here. So where is he? What else does he want to say? The Knight of Ariel. We've got another knight here, guys. Now, this is the practical knight. This is the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be those star signs, but this is somebody who comes in with a plan in place, something to offer, but they are slow and steady, okay? It comes in. This is the slowest knight in the deck. Trustworthy, understanding, devoted and funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Now, what this is this divine masculine wants you to know that he wants to be there for you. He wants to help you. He wants to look over you. He wants to maybe even provide something. He wants to offer something that's tangible and that's of value to the divine feminine. I could only work with what I had at the time. So he feels that he couldn't offer something to the divine feminine, or if he did, it was something that wasn't something that he could be committed to, or, you know, it might have been that he offered all these promises or words and no action. It could have been that those feelings were genuine, but he said all this stuff and it just didn't come about to what he was, you know, his actions were different to his words, basically. And now he's saying, I want to show you something that's like that I'm loyal, that I mean what I say, that I have integrity. I could only work with what I had at the time. So for whatever reason, he couldn't actually come through with anything concrete for the divine feminine before, but he wants to now. Now we've got another one reversed. 6 of Ariel, okay? So material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Now the 6s, you know, in the tarot are usually about, well, they're all kind of different, but what I see with the 6s, it's a very maternal kind of card. Once again, it's very giving. I see like the number 6 can be like a pregnancy. I'm not saying a literal pregnancy, by the way, but what it means to me is that there is abundance. There's abundance, there's fertilization, there's, you know, there's luxuries. I feel like what this is about balance. It's about give and take. It can be karmic debts being balanced out here. Being reversed, let's have a look at what this is saying, because he may not feel that he can give much to the divine feminine, even though he wants to. Let's have a look. What is he saying with that? Okay, it landed on the floor. 2 of them landed on the floor. What have we got first up? I'm thinking of you right now. This is funny because this is the 3D, okay, the material world. He doesn't know. I get it now. Hang on. I just want to see what this one is as well. Write down your feelings. Okay. This is just really interesting because what I feel with this is I feel like the divine feminines are holding off. They're not giving. He's thinking of her and wants her to know, but he might also be closed off at this time too and not necessarily wanting her to know that he's thinking of her. And it sounds really weird because I'm doing this reading and he's wanting her to know these things, but it's just interesting how this is closed off. There's no flow of give and take here. So what he wants, I believe, okay, I've got the message. What he wants is for her to come to him when she, it's funny, I'm getting is calmer. When she's calm, when she's able to really move past his mistakes, okay, when she's not in a place of anger. He wants her to write down her feelings. I think that even he is starting to jot some things down. Maybe it may not be necessarily something he puts in writing to the divine feminine. Some of you might get something in a text or an email where he does actually put some feelings into words for some of you. But I do feel the majority of them are also wanting the divine feminine to express her feelings in a journal, perhaps, or even to him. I feel like some of them do want the divine feminines to reach out to them in a loving way, but, you know, we're all human, and sometimes the divine feminines are not going to necessarily do that. They're going to be like, you know, you need to grow up. You need to own your stuff. You need to make these mistakes right, and show me and express to me what you feel. You know, because they're not always mind readers. I mean, I know you guys are connected, but shit, you're not complete mind readers all the time. And sometimes the divine feminines need that affection and appreciation, and the divine masculines just haven't been able to show it, or have gone and promised all these things and not delivered anything tangible to the divine feminine. So they're like, what the hell? You know, what the hell's going on? And so the divine masculines have also, as we saw in the channeling, have reverted back to addictions, or perhaps have had contact or moved back into a karmic situation with an ex, perhaps, or some kind of a connection, or maybe there's gambling, or there's addictions of some sort, or they've just suddenly gone into a pattern of suddenly withdrawing and closing off to the divine feminine. And she's like, what the hell? This is starting up again. You know, so it's a pattern that she has noticed, and it's something he's trying to get off that roller coaster ride with, okay? He is trying to make his mistakes right. He's trying to manifest all of his dreams and wishes of what he really desires within his heart, right? Within himself, to be the best person he can be, right, in this. He wants the divine feminine to know that he loves her. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what else is coming up with this, please. Just for the current energy, what's the main theme for the current energy, please, for the divine masculine? This is the divine love oracle I created. So playfulness. He's just wanting to keep things light. He can't really deal with the intense emotion right now. So he wants to keep things really light-hearted, even though, you know, he knows there's intense stuff he's got to deal with, but he's kind of like trying to work on himself, keep it light, and nurture himself as well. He's got to nurture his inner child. I feel like some of them have got some childhood issues they're trying to deal with. It goes back to their own fathers not being there for their mothers. It's really important, this, because there's a very strong connection with how they're relating to their divine feminines, of how their father was with the mother and the family in general, with children, with them. as a child. So there's a connection there. There's a past pain. There's something to do with connections. There's something to do with the commitment factor. They just want to keep things light. Maybe they've kept things casual. They don't really want to, but that's what they're doing. Now let's have a look at the challenge theme. Theme for the challenge. For the Divine Masculine, please. Theme for the challenge. And there it is, guys, the karmic partner, the old flame, okay? The challenge is that even though there's temptations coming in and there may have been a mistake, some of them might even still be with the karmic partner, and that's what we'd call a third party. And so they're trying their hardest to remove themselves from either a temptation of getting back with one or the temptation of staying with one, okay, if they're already in a relationship. This is what the challenge is, because there's still lessons to learn. It's not the right time. It's not the Divine Feminine's fault, okay, even though he's made her feel like it's her fault. It's not her fault. It's not even the karmic's fault. The karmic's just coming in as a catalyst to show the divine masculine of what he needs to stand up, what he needs to stand up for. He needs to stand up for the twin flame connection. He needs to say, no, I don't want these lessons with you anymore. If he feels he needs to go back to that, and it is something he does go back to or stays in with, there's still some things he's still trying to learn, okay? And that's just how it is. And that's just, it's just how it is. Can't change it. It's shit, but you can't change it. Okay, so let's have a look now at what the theme is for what he wants to say to the Divine Feminine. What's the main theme here? Look, see? He wants the Divine Feminines to know that he loves her. He is thinking of her. There's hope. See the yellow flowers? It represents hope. So he's thinking of her. And it says this, I'm thinking of you right now. He's thinking of you. So as you watch this video, he's thinking of you. The Divine Masculines are thinking of you. Amazing. So what I want to do is ask a question, okay, the Romance Angels. What does the Divine Masculine really want to see happen between you and he in the next month? Commitment, see? Now, it may actually be a literal engagement for some of you. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. He actually does want to see this commitment, this higher level of commitment come in between the two of you. There is an issue with a ring for some of you, whether there was an engagement in the past or there was a sharing of like you gave each other a ring or something. I'm just getting that really strongly for some of you here. And that this is what he wants to see, but he is shit scared. That's what I'm getting. He's shit scared. Because what's the Divine Masculine doing? What is he needing to bring in around this to help him? Well, he needs to feel that he's not just financially abundant. Well, some of them do to feel like they can offer something to the Divine Feminines, but abundance in general. And also vacation. Some of the Divine Masculines probably feel very trapped at the moment. They need to escape a situation. Maybe they even need a bloody holiday. Some of them do feel they need that. Some of them want to go away with the Divine Feminine somewhere. They just are trying to get their physical, material life together. And some of them are trying to leave a karmic situation they're in. Already, if they're in a connection already, like a marriage or something to do with family. And this is what he wants to see happen over the next month, is to be in a better place financially, perhaps go on a holiday or just take some time off to be able to just work on himself. Some of them want time away from work, from all the challenges in life of having to pay bills and rent and whatever it is. but they definitely want to have this engagement and higher level of commitment with the Divine Feminine, and that's just beautiful. So now let's have a look at the Divine Feminine's energy. All right, so we're going to have a look at the Divine Feminine and where her current energy is right at this month. The Divine Feminines, please. What's going on with their current energy? Current energy. Okay. So we've got the 5 of air reversed. The 5 of air is not the best card to get in the deck. This is to do with the mental aspect of things here, okay? So what this usually represents is internal conflict. It's mental conflict. It's somebody who's not happy in themselves. There may be drama. There might be arguments. There might be fights. There might be mind games. Reversed, it could mean something different. I do want to see what this is connected to. What's going on in the Divine Feminine's mind? Because she's stewing over stuff, right? She's starting to be feeling like she wants to abandon something. Let's have a look. She's thinking about something. She's not happy. I often think of our last intimate times together. This is something the Divine Feminine does not want to think of, okay? Because she's missing the Divine Masculine. She's in two minds, I feel, too. There's some conflict here regarding how she feels and what she's thinking towards the Divine Masculine. Now, what she's doing, see this, she looks like she's standing on a tightrope, and there's that song, something about standing on a tightrope. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's from Illy. So what she's doing is she feels like she's standing on a tightrope with this connection, and she's thinking often of the last intimate times together, because don't forget they're connected always. They always feel each other on a sexual level as well. They're dreaming of one another, and that's where her current energy is at. But she's not happy about that, guys. She's not happy. She doesn't want to be thinking about that right now because they're not close. They're separated. He's going through some stuff. So we've got the Hermit. This could be the Virgo energy. This could be a Virgo you're dealing with, or they might be a Virgo. I mean, you might be a Virgo or they might be a Virgo. But the Hermit energy is self-explanatory. It's somebody who's withdrawing within themselves, usually to seek a higher meaning to something, okay? It's a spiritual quest. Being reversed, she may not be doing this, okay? She might not be getting the answers to something that she's really wanting to she's like not in a good mind space at the moment, so she's probably not able to really go within to that spiritual place within, find the answers, have that epiphany, seek the light, the answers, etc. What's going on? What's this around, please? Current energy. Wow, I've got 3. Deep down, I was committed. Now, this is for some of these Divine Feminines, I feel, who perhaps didn't, once again, it's interesting because this card here could be mind games. I feel, I'm telling you now, and it might not even be a deliberate thing on the Divine Feminine's part, but I feel that because they've been so hurt, they have been feeling like they're not willing to open up fully. So they've kept their hearts close to their chest, right? They've kept their hearts closed. They've only allowed certain parts of themselves to open up to the Divine Masculine. And that's probably why they came across as not being fully committed. Maybe they came across as having casual kind of energy, you know, light-hearted energy. But she was so committed. Like she is. The Divine Feminines are very committed to the Divine Masculines. But I think what's going on is that, because this one says, please forgive, she's got the same card that he got, right, in the current energy section. Please forgive. Deep down, I was committed. Please forgive. You are my twin flame. I think I know what's happened here. Some Divine Feminines have cracked the shits and they have just denied the connection. They have withdrawn into that hermit phase and have denied the connection. You are not my twin flame. A twin flame would not treat me this way. I can hear it all happening, right? But she's saying, deep down, I was committed. Please forgive me for my reactions or my outburst or whatever it is that I have done or said to you because she's lashed out. She has lashed out. Wow, okay. What else is going on here, guys? Yeah, so she wants this to work. She wants this to work. The Three of Earth is somebody in the material world, okay? It's the physical realm. It's where two people come together to forge a path, and it's teamwork. It's dedication. So she actually wants this to work. She might be giving off mixed signals to the divine masculine where she's pissed and she's closed off and get the fuck away from me, you know, and yet on a deeper level, she is keeping her distance, but she wants this to work. Obviously with his help, you know, she wants him to come forward and work with her. Let's see. So what's this to do with, please? Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Three of Earth. Three of Earth. My heart aches to reconcile. See? She wants to be with him even if she's told him she doesn't. So strong. And because she knows that they are strong together. When they're together, they are strong. When they're apart, they're not strong. And when there's other factors or temptations or the darker force comes in, then she's going to get pissed off if he's tempted by that or if he's going backwards or whatever, because she's trying to move forward. And if he's going backwards and relapsing, she's going to really get angry about that, you know, because she's like, well, hang on a minute, we've worked so hard on this and now you're going to do this shit. So anyway, these are the challenges, right? Let's have a look at the challenge she's going through. The Emperor role. My God, this could be an Aries that some of you are dealing with, or you might be one, but the Emperor is somebody who takes the lead, takes charge. I'm seeing the Lion could be another Leo that we're dealing with here as well, even though I know it's not really. The Leo has nothing to do with the Emperor, but I'm seeing the Lion. But the Emperor is someone who takes charge, takes the lead. She's finding it hard to take control. Let's see what she's doing. What is her challenge with this? You are the one. Wow. Because the Emperor pretty much is the one. This would be the divine masculine's energy. You are the one. Such a weird thing with this divine feminine right now. She's so in two minds. On one hand, she wants this to work. She wants him to come to her, to reconcile, to make it work, to be a team member, make this work, you know. On the other hand, she's pissed off because she doesn't want to think of him and she doesn't want to, she's not happy with what he's doing. But yet he is the one. She knows it's not going to be easy to be with another person, you know, even if she wants to be. So the Two of Fire reversed. Two of Fire is somebody who's planning a move forward, okay? They're about to embark on a journey, an adventure, or get on with their lives, or a mission, or whatever she's on. There's a pathway that she's trying to get onto. She's trying to gain the courage to move forward on this path. But what is stopping her? Let's have a look. Oh, there's two that flipped over. We've got be the best you can be. This is the confidence. And I miss you. I can see that she's stuck on this path. She's not moving forward. She's not going backwards to him, but she's not moving forward. So we're saying you are the one, the Emperor. He is the masculine, all right? He is the masculine. He is the one. She can't move forward without him. That's what she's feeling. Like she's pissed off, but she's missing him. She wants to work with him. She's trying to be the best she can be, grow in her confidence and move forward, but she's finding this damn tough to get on with her mission, get on with her life, get on with the 3D stuff without him. It's just tough. What's the other challenge? My Lord. So 6 of Earth, he had this before, 6 of Earth in the different section, but she's got it in her challenge, which is so interesting because what we saw in his one before was that somebody, I felt it was the Divine Feminine, wasn't really opening up. And this is all about generosity. It's about being able to have that, karmic balance. It's about having abundance. It's giving and taking. It's sharing. So she's finding it tough to do this, to have this balance and this flow of energy happening here. Fear held me back. Fear is holding her back from moving forward and extending out her love to him, even physically, because this is the physical realm. She's not reaching out to him physically because she's scared. She's scared of being hurt again. Now let's have a look. And she's scared he's going to say, no, I'm not ready. Or, because he's holding back on things he really wants to say to her. And she's pissed off and she's lashed out and he's retreated, and they're both feeling things they're not saying to the other, okay? So now let's have a look at what she wants to say to the Divine Masculine. What does the Divine Feminine want to say to the Divine Masculine? Okay, so this is the 2 of Earth. And this is somebody who has their hands tied. This is about balance, okay? It's about being able to let go of something because they've got their hands tied. Being reversed, though, it's all about priorities as well. It's like someone's juggling things in their life, and I feel like she is just wanting him to get his shit together, basically. Let's have a look at what this is about, though. I'm thinking of you right now. Isn't it interesting? They both want the other to know they're thinking of them right now. I'm just going to tune into this a bit further. This is the Divine Feminine's energy. Yes, we see that, okay, she wants him to get his shit together. But being reversed, I feel like this is more the Divine Feminine's energy here, as she's saying, okay, you think I've let go of you, but I haven't. And I'm thinking of you right now. Okay. What else does she want him to know? 4 of Air reversed. This is the place of mental respite, recovery. Okay, it's someone who needs to take a breather. But being reversed, I don't feel like she's having a breather, like her mind is not at rest. What does she want to say? Be kind to yourself. So she wants him to know that he needs to be kind to himself. That perhaps he's the one that needs to step back, okay, and allow himself to go into that reflection, like that internal reflection that we saw before in the channeled message. He needs to look within. He needs to go into that, like, be introspective. Go into that place of meditation, retreating into a quiet space, not being influenced by other people, not doing things because he has to or because he's tempted to or whatever it is. She wants him to go within a place where he can clear his mind, tap into his innermost feelings of what he truly desires, what he truly wants, who he truly is. Be kind to himself. Don't beat himself up for everything either. You know, because as we know, we all make mistakes. And yeah, I feel like she wants to let him know that she's thinking of him. She misses him. He is her twin flame. He is the one. And that, you know, she's been scared because of past things that have happened. We've got the 9 of Air. So she's got a lot of swords here, the air element, because this is the mental side of things here. This is the mind. She's in her thoughts, in her current energy. She's conflicted in her wanting to tell him to retreat into himself. But the Nine of Air reversed, well, this is all about stress. This is anxiety. This is worry. This is staying up late at night thinking, stressing. Okay, maybe that's something he's doing and she's picking up on that. What does she want to say? What does she want to say? She could be doing that as well. I feel like they're both doing it. Oh, yeah, it's two. So not at this time. Not at this time. I don't know how to express what I truly feel. She's saying to him that, yes, she wants him to express what he truly feels, but it's not the right time. She doesn't want him coming forward to her when he is in specific mindset. When he's anxious or worried or depressed or whatever it might be, she doesn't want him coming forward and expressing anything that he might be feeling, because it might come out with, like it has in the past, where it's actually hurt her. But on the other side, she's saying that she's not ready also to come forward yet, because she doesn't know how to express what she truly feels, because she's conflicted. Okay, she's conflicted as well. Now let's have a look at each of these themes. We're going to look at the current energy of the Divine Feminine, please. Current energy. Wowza. We don't want that many, guys. Come on. Current energy of the Divine Feminine, please. All right, they want to give us 3. All right, so we've got falling in love, because she is seriously in love with him. We've got within 3 years, okay? Yes. This is interesting. So what am I seeing with this? It shows me that within 3 years, this is a positive. This is also showing me a wish coming true. We've got the dandelion here, so you blow on it, make a wish. It's telling me that within 3 years, that her current energy is that she's going to be feeling this quite strongly for her Divine Masculine. We are talking about the 3D, okay? The 3D is that in 3 years, she's still going to be in a very strong energy of falling in love with him. That's what I feel. And this is the 3D. In the 5D, they're always connected. They're always in love. You know, there's that unconditional love and that compassion. But in the 3D, it's still showing me that for another 3 years, this particular Divine Feminines, or these Divine Feminines I'm tuning into, are going to be very strongly in love. Now, this does not mean that after 3 years that, oh my God, they're not in love anymore. But it's just telling me that for some of you who have been really wondering, do I hang on? Do I hold on hope? Do I, you know, it's just telling you that for the next 3 years, it's still going to be a huge theme in your life. Now, let's have a look at the current challenges. What's the theme for the current challenge, please? Dream home. I think we had this come up last time. This is a big topic for some Divine Feminines who need that security. And in the 3D, they need to have this commitment, this, you know, they need this dream home with their Divine Masculines. They feel like they want this lifestyle with the Divine Masculine. They don't want to be with anyone else. It's you are the one. I miss you. Fear held me back. Let's get this happening. This is what I see here, is that a lot of them want to have that physical home with the Divine Masculines, and it's a challenge. Wow, hang on a moment. What does the Divine Feminine, what's the theme of what she wants to say to the Divine Masculine, please? This did come out before, but because I didn't shuffle on it properly, I didn't think it was the right one, but it is the right one. Winter recovery, guys. This is what she's saying, is that both of them need to be in a place of recovery. Things have to be paused. You know, when winter kind of freezes things over, this is what's going on between them. Things are frozen right now. They have to back off. They have to recover. They have to heal themselves. This is what's going on and what she's saying. So even though she's thinking of him, you know, they both have to be kind to themselves in that place. Now let's have a look also at the romance angels. What does she want to see with the divine masculine in the next, over the next month? What does the divine feminine want to see with her divine masculine? Now, this is interesting because even though she's saying, yeah, we need to recover, and it's interesting he had the engagement, she's got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this is so interesting because he had the vacation before come up as well, and now she's also got a vacation one coming up. So, oh my God, they're both in tune with each other. Perhaps even on a subconscious level, they both want to get away, maybe together, but maybe even independently, individually, who knows. But there's definitely this need to, wow, look at this. Okay, she wants to stand her ground. There's strong boundaries being put in place and awakening her true self. This is what she wants to see with the divine masculine. So she wants to, I'm just seeing what this is about. Hang on. In this place, because she's the one saying this, in this place of recovery, wants to on her boundaries, okay? Because in the past, she's been too open to hurt, and I feel like she wants to still be open to the love, but also needs to realize where her self-worth lies. She needs to stand her ground with the boundaries. I feel like this divine feminine is going to want to go away by herself perhaps, or on a holiday where she can grow in herself. It might be a retreat that she goes on to, a spiritual kind of retreat. It might be some kind of a holiday where she goes away and learns a lot about herself and grows in herself and confidence, grows in her independence, that kind of thing. Yeah, it just looks really, really positive with that. Now, what I want to do is just for the end of the reading, just choose a Rumi card for both of them. All right, here we go. The Rumi card for the twin flames, please. Oh my God. These are so thick. I hardly use these, so they're beautiful, but they're really, really heavy. Now let me have a look. The Rumi cards for the twin flames, please. All right, what have we got? 42, Dance of the Divine Feminine. Beautiful. Now, I don't know these very well, so I have to go by the book. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, so it says, if a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the sore or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizon looms so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to the lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? You are made to move and grow, to love and flow. Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. So, what this is saying, it comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved in a feisty mood has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, key and wallet dropping to the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. If you just accept the great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping, and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling, and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. Which is so funny because we just saw the divine masculine wanting to be playful, you know, and the divine feminine's feeling like their world's being tipped upside down from all the other stuff. So soon you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held onto appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your center will remain strong. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you. But perhaps some shaking about is required. First, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart center. So this oracle brings you this message also. There is something you are holding on to, a place, a person, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against the proverbial brick wall if you can let it happen. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just a shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realize you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes and clap your hands. Okay, that's better already. So this is your sacred honoring ritual. Say the following aloud, or just close your eyes while I read it out to you. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Repeat this 3 times, or however many times feels necessary for you, at some deeper part of your being to really believe in what you are saying. You'll know when that happens because you will feel more peace and presence within, and then you will have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Now, this is just damn amazing because in the channeling, we saw butterflies for the divine feminine, and this is Dance of the Divine Feminine. Oh my God. So this is just amazing how everything comes together. The divine feminines have been through so much emotionally, and it's saying what the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Wow, I really hope that's helped you guys this month. And as always, I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.